Hello there. Hope you are doing well. Happy Friday. It is Friday, April the 26th or 27th. What day is it today? It's the 26th, Friday, April 26th, 2024. Hope you're doing well today. It is, of course, the end of the work week for many of us here. Wherever, wherever you are, you may work on the weekends or what have you. But for a lot of people who work Monday through Fridays, it's the end of the work week and getting ready to head into the weekend. Of course, earlier today, this morning, my time, 10 a.m., we got the Arrow video announcements of their July 2024 titles. So it's always exciting to, look at the new titles that are coming out from labels like Criterion, Arrow Video, and all the other labels that we follow, as well as just hearing about the exciting physical media releases that are coming out. So Arrow has announced their July 2024 lineup. I saw it come across my Twitter feed this morning. Let me know in the comment section as we talk about these titles what you think about these titles that have been announced. But I'm really looking forward to just hopping in and sharing some reactions with you and just hearing from you what you think about these titles and which ones you are most looking forward to picking up. Arrow Video's July 2024 titles have been announced, and we are going to jump right into a little bit of a presentation here. I'm going to pull up some slides. I always like to give a little bit of a year-to-date look at what's coming out from Arrow Video, and I admittedly have not picked up a ton of titles so far this year. I definitely want to hear what titles you all have been picking up and which titles you've enjoyed the most. I have picked up a number of Arrow Video releases, but just only a few of the current year releases. So far this year in January, we've had a release in the UK for Carrie, which a lot of people have had a chance to pick up. I actually have the other 4K release that was released here in the United States, I think last year or the year before. I did pick up the Conan Chronicles set from Arrow Video, that nice 4K set with both Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. Had a chance to watch Conan the Barbarian. It's fantastic. Just love it. It looks so great on that 4K. And I really need to get into the Destroyer here pretty soon and just go through the special features. It's quite an impressive set. So I'm really glad that I picked up the Conan Chronicles. So January, some nice titles. In February, I did pick up Fear is the Key. I didn't do a review on this channel, but I did pick up that title. Of course, you have Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I believe that's the UK release that came out. I already have a 4K of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, so I did not need to pick that up in the month of February. And but definitely a nice option for people who were looking to get that title over in the UK. It's a great movie. I really love the 1978 remake or the 1978 version of the telling of that classic story. And of course, there's the original film, Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 1950s. And so really, really good stuff. Fast forwarding to March, and there is some good stuff that came out in the month of March. Now, I have not dived into any of these titles yet. You have Dark Water. You have The Shootist, you have City of the Living Dead on 4K, nice looking set available in the UK, the City of the Dead set. Dark Waters available in the UK, the United States, and Canada. And of course, The Shootist is a US and Canada release. So I'm definitely looking forward to picking up The Shootist at some point. It's probably going to get that on a sale as well as Dark Water. So that's what I'm looking at for those two titles. Then we go on to April, and we have some really interesting titles here as well. We have Basket Case, which is a title that I'm not particularly, looking to pick up, but let me know in the comment section if this is a title that you have picked up or that you enjoyed this film. Let me know what you think about it. I looked at the premise and I'm not sure if it's really speaking to me, but that's a title that's available or that has came out in the month of April. You have this movie that is a bit of an erotic film about nuns that pretty unlikely to pick that up, but let me know what you think about that title. And then this Cold Day in the Park is one that I'm looking to pick up in an upcoming sale. So that is a title that I'm definitely looking forward to picking up in an upcoming sale. But yeah, so far so good. Arrow Video is having a strong year so far, getting into May. Now, this is a title, Narc, that I plan to review on this channel. I do plan to pick up Narc this month on this channel and review it. I'm still deciding if I'm going on 4K. Still deciding if I'm going to pick up this upgrade of this Guillermo del Toro title here, um, Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak. So I'm still sort of debating whether or not I want to pick up that 4K, but I'm definitely going to consider it. But I'm definitely planning to pick up Narc and doing a review of that title on this channel. Then we look to June and we have Mute Witness, American Gigolo 4K sets available in the United States. So definitely excited about that. A number of different options for American Gigolo. And so I'm trying to decide which one I am going to lean toward. But those are a couple of titles there that I'm definitely looking at. With Nail and I need to look a little bit more into what that is about to see if that's a title that's speaking to me or not. But yeah, another solid month. I think so far Arrow Video has put out some nice output. I've only picked up a couple of their titles so far, but there's definitely some good opportunities for me to pick up more in an upcoming sale. Now we come to the month of July, which is the subject of this month. And I'm going to go into my Twitter feed in a moment, but some interesting titles. And I definitely want to hear what you all think about these titles. So I'm going to come back to this slide in just a second, but right now I'm going to pop out and come into the comments. I think there's just a couple of people who have popped on here. Of course, we always have Mr. Adrian James. Hope you're doing well across the pond. Hope you're having a happy Friday. Good. So good evening to you. Traveling Man is here. It said, I watched American Gigolo. It was decent, but not good enough to buy for me. I prefer Working Girls when delving into that movie genre. Okay, Working Girls. Okay. All right. I appreciate that feedback, which that feedback is helpful for me as I sort of consider, my purchases and definitely prioritizing certain things for sales for sure. So I definitely appreciate that, Traveling Man. And we have John Doe Juggalo, some great titles for July. I definitely would agree. Some that I'm definitely considering. So I'm going to pull up something here and I'm going to just make sure that my screen is squared away before I um, before I share it. So what I'm gonna do here is pull up the Arrow Films video feed, make sure I have it ready to go, which it now is. And then I'm going to come back to you and we're going to talk through these titles. Bear with me for one quick moment. So let me share my screen. In the meantime, I'll say hello to Jerrison. Hello there. Hope you're doing well and having a great Friday. I'm going to go ahead and present my screen. Share screen. And here we go. Or maybe I'll stop sharing that. Maybe I'll stop that. Stop screen. I will instead share my whole screen. How about that? Entire screen. Allow. Woo. Into infinity I go. All right. So you all should be seeing my Arrow Films video feed on Twitter. And of course, we see here time for our July title reveals, which is what we always want to see. Of course, I get this update. I get this update on Twitter. I'm not sure where you guys look for the Arrow updates. Maybe you look on the website or what have you, but I always look for the Twitter feed or the X feed to get my updates. And the first title here is a title called Loop Track. It's a limited edition Blu-ray, and it's available in the UK from HMV Tweets. There's also a UK purchasing option from Zavi, and there's also the UK option right there on the Arrow Films video site. So this is an Arrow Films video release, and it is Loop Track. So I'm going to go right to the Arrow site, and we're going to take a look at this title here. So this is Loop Track Limited Edition Blu-ray. I am not familiar with this film. So this is a film that for me will be a first time watch if I pick this up. This is a relatively new film, actually. And it says here, Trust Your Fear. Trust Your Fear. This is a limited edition Blu-ray set. So let's read this here. It says, writer, director, and actor Tom Sainsbury, known for his comedic flair in such works as Wellington, Paranormal, and Guns Akimbo, shows his hidden passion for thrillers and human drama with Loop Track, his latest collaboration with Chillbox Creative, which promises an electrifying journey into the unknown. Highly anxious Ian Thompson Sainsbury sets off on a solo trek in the New Zealand bush for some respite from the stress of everyday life. We could all use some of that. His plans for uninterrupted solitude are scuppered, however, when he encounters Nikki, Hayden J. Wheel, and other hikers, only exacerbating his paranoia. As Ian's grip on reality weakens, he becomes convinced they are being followed. Miles from civilization, their journey turns into a fight for survival as Ian's fears manifest into a surreal battle against an unseen threat lurking in the wilderness. Is it all just in his head, or is someone or something really out there? Okay, Loop Track. So Trust Your Fear. Looks like an interesting title. It's going to be available. The RRP is £24.99. So currently pre-order price of £18. So you save £6.99. So it looks like an interesting title here. I mean, interesting premise. This UK title. So it's going to be on 1080p Blu-ray, 5.1 surround audio. We get a new audio commentary with the director, writer, and lead actor. I guess anything's new because this is a new film. So it's a new commentary with the director, writer, and lead actor, Tom Sainsbury. Okay. With the producer and editor, Gabriel Lunty. Okay. They talk about the story behind the Loop Track. Okay, some interesting features here. The origins of the film. The producers of the film discuss the origins of the film following their short film Time Travel Center. The creature featurette detailing how the creature came to be. Well, I guess that answers the question of whether it's in his mind or not. I guess apparently it's more than just in his mind. There must be something out there. Cinematography. Producer and director of photography Milan Tisaram discusses the look of the film. The original score, discusses the score, composer. Image gallery, reversible sleeve. I always love that. Double-sided fold-out poster and a collector's booklet. So it looks like a pretty nice looking special edition, limited edition Blu-ray. And I'm definitely intrigued by this particular, by this premise of this film. This is not one that I'm going to plan to import or really look to buy other than when it's available in the US at some point, if it comes available in the US, and I'll get it on a sale. But let me know in the comments if you've seen Loop Track, and if so, what do you think of this movie? So this is the first title that Arrow announced, and it's a nice looking limited edition Blu-ray. So this is a new film. It should look great on Blu-ray. So definitely one to consider checking out. Available on HMV from the Arrow video site and from Zavi. The next title is a title that recently came out in the US, but now is getting a UK release. Now, I never got the US release. This came out, I think, in the US last year on 4K Ultra HD, and I did not pick it up. But this is the Last Starfighter. It's a limited edition 4K Ultra HD set that is now going to be available in the UK. Now, it's available on the Arrow site to pre-order, as well as Zavi and HMV tweets. I looked at the Arrow site last time, so let's look at Zavi and see what the Zavi listing says. I think this looks, I actually don't remember how the US one looked, but I think this looks the same. Unless this reversible art is different than what was available on the US release, it probably is not, but it looks like this is the same cover art that I remember last year from the US announcement. It's just now going to be released in the UK. So this is the reversible art. So a couple different options there, which is nice. Looks like a single disc release, like you're just getting the 4K disc, which I think is common for a lot of these Arrow limited edition 4K sets. It's coming out July the 15th, and it is RRP of £29.99, but pre-order price of £21.99. So limited edition 4K. So, greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by Arrow Video to experience a 1984 sci-fi classic as you've never experienced it before. Directed by Nick Castle, the man behind the Michael Myers mask in the original Halloween, The Last Starfighter tells the story Alex Rogan, an arcade game whiz kid whose wildest dreams come true when he finds himself enlisted to fight in an interstellar war. Yeah, I think this is one of the first films that uses like an early version of CGI, using CGI for a lot of the effects that you see in this film. Very early CGI type work, but this is one of the very first instances of a film using computer graphics to for a lot of this movie to create real world visual effects. So that is one of the features or one of the aspects of this film. It's now newly restored from a 4K scan of the original negative and featuring a 4.1 mix originally created for the film's 70 millimeter release. So it arrives loaded with exclusive and archival bonus features. I would imagine that these features are the same that came out on the US release last year, but you get a brand new 4K restoration, get audio commentaries, which I presume are the legacy commentaries from previous releases. And I believe, so is there anything new? Exclusive. I'm not seeing any new special features. These could all be archival features potentially. But yeah, whether they're archival or new, there's a lot of special features here that you can dive into. This is a title that I have hesitated to pick up. Again, when it came out in the US, I did not pick it up. Let me know if this is one that you've picked up, and if you did, do you enjoy it? And is this one that you would recommend to me? If you've been following my channel, you know my tastes. Is this a title that would be up my alley? Let me know that in the comments section. For now, I'm going to come out of here and I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go back to the infinity screen here and stop sharing. And I'm going to hear what you. Oh, I see screen share inception. Still technical problems. Are y'all having any issues hearing me or seeing me, Jerison? Screen share inception. But yeah, I don't see any other comments other than screen share inception or still technical problems. Let me know if y'all have any problems hearing anything or seeing anything on my end. All right, so I'm going to pop back out here, and this has been a smooth live. That's what we want. We want smooth live streams. My recent Criterion reaction live stream was anything but smooth, but I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. Let's see. Eric B says, how can we petition Arrow or Kino or Shout Factory to release a 4K combo of The Hustler and Color of Money? Now that would be an amazing combo, wouldn't it? Or at the very least, just getting these films on 4K, even if they were individual releases, that would be pretty awesome. John says The Last Starfighter is a good one. It would be nice if I actually put these comments up here. So how can we petition Arrow or Kino or Shout to release a 4K combo of The Hustler and Color of Money, said Eric B. And now John saying The Last Starfighter is a good one. I still need to upgrade my DVD. Okay. At some point, I'll probably go ahead and pick up that title. But let me go ahead and re-share my screen. And we're going to go to my entire screen, the entirety of my screen. We're going to do that inception thing again. Allow. Allow. Okay. So here we go again. All right. So The Last Starfighter so far and Loop Track. So two fascinating titles that's available in the UK. So I think a lot of people are going to be excited about those titles. Now, here is the first title of the month that's been announced that's going to be available in the US. And this is a title that I find very intriguing. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to pick up this box set. There's actually a pretty decent chance that I will give this consideration because this is a filmmaker that I have not heard of before, and I'm all about learning about new filmmakers. So I recently put out on this channel, actually this morning, a video giving an update on my Taste Director series. So I do a monthly director spotlight video where I talk about a director, talk about a few films from their filmography to give a taste of what they have put out in the world of cinema, and just to bring exposure to different directors and to discover them myself, as well as, introduce directors to other people. And so I'm always looking at new filmmakers to explore, new films to get into, and this might be an opportunity here with the Nico Mastorakis collection. I have never heard of Nico Mastorakis, but I am definitely interested in diving into his filmography. Now it says here, final artwork to be, to be put together. So this is some draft artwork. You can see on the side here, it says what the films are. It says The Time Traveler, Sky High, Terminal Exposure, Glitch, Something Academy, and The Naked Truth. So we get these 6 films in this Nico Mastorakis collection. It is available in the US and Canada, and it's available actually in the UK, Canada, and the US in a limited edition Blu-ray. And I'm going to go ahead and click this link here, and we can see what all is included in here. So it says he's back, one of the most infamous B-movie maestros to have ever sat in a director's chair. Nico Mastorakis returns to Arrow Video with a collection of sci-fi shenanigans and screwball comedies that will take you out of this world. First up, Nico then shows a more thoughtful side in The Time Traveler, where the widow, Adrienne Barbeau, from The Fog, of an astronaut and her young son come across a mysterious man, Keir Dullea, 2001, A Space Odyssey. Cool. The Stanley Kubrick film. With uncanny powers on a beach in Greece. The wacky Sky High sees 3 American jocks on holiday in Greece being handed a tape by a mysterious figure who begs them to not let it fall into the wrong hands before being shot by an unseen assassin. Featuring an early score from the great Hans Zimmer, Terminal Exposure focuses on 2 carefree beach photographers who accidentally photograph a murder and immediately set after the assassin, a tall, gorgeous blonde with a rose tattoo on her behind. So these are these are all sort of interesting, premises to these films, and this looks like a pretty neat little collection to consider getting into. So I'm gonna read more about this director and about this director's films. I actually did a little bit of research before I came on here. He's basically a Greek filmmaker, Mastorakis. He's a Greek filmmaker, screenwriter, and producer. And he's known primarily for his work in the horror and thriller genres. His approach to cinema is characterized by a penchant for provocative and often controversial content, often pushing the boundaries of conventional filmmaking. His debut in the film industry was marked by Island of Death, the 1976 film, a film that became notorious for its extreme depiction of violence and sexual content, subsequently banned in several countries, but gaining a cult status among horror enthusiasts. Okay, I'm now rethinking whether or not I want to get this collection here, but it says Mastorakis' importance to cinema lies in his innovative approach to low-budget filmmaking and marketing. He effectively exploited emerging home video markets to bypass traditional cinematic distribution routes, which allowed him greater creative freedom and control over his work. Okay. His entrepreneurial spirit extended to his adaptation of new technology and technologies and methods, including digital filmmaking, ahead of many peers. He contributed to the industry as a radio and television producer, demonstrating a broad understanding of media and entertainment beyond traditional cinema. His career offers valuable insights into the dynamics of independent filmmaking and distribution, especially in the context of genre films. All right, while we're talking about Nico Mastorakis, let's go to IMDb and let's see what this man looks like. I'm curious now. I'm curious. Are you curious or not? Maybe I'm the only one curious. So this is Nico Mastorakis. All right. Says he's a veteran in the independent film business, is founder and owner of Omega Pictures and Omega Entertainment, and who has been writing and directing movies for over 40 years with Island of Death, Hired to Kill, Nightmare at Noon, Zero Boys, and In the Cold of the Night, and others, enjoying a dedicated cult following. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So he was born in 1941. Apparently, he's still alive. He's still with us. Um, Producer and director of numerous films. Okay, very interesting. So I think that is interesting. I hope you do as well. So that is Nico Mastorakis right there. So that's his collection. It's going to be available on Blu-ray. And apparently it's coming out July the 29th. And it is going to be RRP at £59.99. And the pre-order price is £45 in the UK. Now, this is also available in the United States. So let me go to this Grindhouse video listing here. Oh, not that. Let me go to the Grindhouse video offering of it so we can see the US price. So right now it's showing on Grindhouse for $64.99 for these 6 films in this Blu-ray limited edition set. And it's coming out July the 30th per Grindhouse video. Okay. So that is interesting. Now the special features are listed here. Of course, 5.1 DTS HD master audio to 1080p Blu-ray presentations. And it looks like you have 6 brand new interviews with Nico Mastorakis, which is awesome. That's great to see. Original trailers for each film, illustrated colors booklet, limited edition deluxe packaging with reversible sleeves featuring newly commissioned artwork by Colin Murdoch. So reversible sleeves. So does that mean that we're getting separate disc cases for each of these movies? That would be intriguing. But this is for $64.99 for these 6 films from Greek filmmaker Nico Mastorakis. That's Grindhouse Video. All right. So back to my Twitter feed, X feed. That was the Nico Mastorakis collection. That then brings us to another title that's available in the US and Canada via Unobstructed View in Canada and Grindhouse in the United States. So let me click on this link here. This is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. limited edition 4K Ultra HD. And this is quite the interesting little cover here. I think we've got a couple of cover options for this edition. And this is going to come out on July the 30th. The pre-order price is $34.99 on Grindhouse Video's site. So, of course, this is, the film this is the Guy Ritchie film starring Henry Cavill, Armie Hammer, not Archie, Armie Hammer, Alicia Vikander, and Elizabeth Debicki. And it's basically a stylish reboot of the classic 1960s television series. So of the same name, it just sort of brings a fresh take to the spy genre. And it has I guess a 60s vibe to it in this film. I have not seen this film yet, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. Apparently, a little known fact, Tom Cruise was originally being looked at for the lead role, but that eventually went to, of course, when Tom Cruise bowed out, Henry Cavill went to a different role, and they brought in Armie Hammer in this movie to pair up with Henry Cavill. So very interesting thought there. But with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, director Guy Ritchie established himself as a master of bravura set pieces and buddy movie banter before proving he could successfully meld the irreverent spirit with classic properties in his Sherlock Holmes adaptations. Now Ritchie brings his signature touch to his big screen translation of the beloved 1960s television spy show, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So this takes place in 1963 in the thick of the Cold War. Roguish CIA agent Napoleon Solo, Henry Cavill, Mission Impossible Fallout, forms an uneasy alliance with brooding KGB officer Ilya Kurakin, Armie Hammer. See, originally, they were looking for Henry Cavill to play the Ilya character and Tom Cruise to play Solo. So when Tom Cruise backed out, or they didn't get Tom Cruise or whatever, Henry Cavill got the Solo role, and they brought in Armie Hammer to take on the Ilya role. The rebellious daughter of a missing nuclear scientist is their only ticket inside the sinister ring, but to whom is she truly loyal? To whom is she loyal? I have no idea. A desperate race against time will determine whether the scientist's atomic research will shatter the delicate balance of power in the world. So, a thrilling spy romp with rich period detail and an infectious soundtrack of cool pop classics, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. puts a colorful contemporary twist on 1960s espionage and delivers pure entertainment with swaggering ease. So, looking forward to it. 4K, a 4K UHD Blu-ray in Dolby Vision, HDR10 as well. Dolby Atmos sound. So, we're getting 4K Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos sound. So it sounds like a pretty nice looking disc there. Brand new audio commentary by critics Brian Reisman and Max Every. So a brand new commentary. Get a brand new interview with co-writer and producer Lionel Wigram. A Lineage of Bad Guys, a brand new interview with actor Luca Cavani. Legacy of U.N.C.L.E, brand new featurette. Cockneys and Robbers, brand new featurette. Wow, there are a number of brand new features here, as well as some archival features as well. So I never picked up Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's already been out on physical media and may already even be out on 4K for all I know. But this is an Arrow Video limited edition 4K set. So I am definitely going to get this edition here. Double-sided fold-out poster, illustrated collector's booklet, as well as reversible sleeve. So I'm all over it. This is the reversible sleeve here. Of course, this is the original right here, and this is the new. So really digging that. It looks like the box set is going to have this art. And so on my reversible sleeve, I'm going to do this. That's what I typically do, is whatever's on the box, I just do the reverse on my disc cover, my disc case. So yeah, this is going to be available July 30th. $34.99 is the pre-order price, and this is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So definitely want to hear what you all think about that. In fact, I am going to bounce out of this view here. I'm going to stop sharing again. Now I want to hear what some of y'all think about these titles here. Let's see. Holland. Hello, Holland. How are you? Hey, James. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. Hope you're doing well, Holland. As always. Traveling Man said, I've never heard of Nico Mastorakis. You know, I have to confess, I have never heard of him either. So I'll just be honest. New to me. So I'm definitely open to exploring new filmmakers, as I always am. So I might want to check out 1 to 2 films before I buy the set. That's a good thought. That's a really good thought. I may see if any of his films are on like Pluto or something, or just anywhere free, and check them out, sample them first before I commit to buying that set. Adrian says, saying hello to Holland. People saying hello to one another, which is awesome. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. says Jerrison is okay. It's a bit silly though. Okay, bit silly. Okay, good to know. And that helps me kind of understand the vibe of the film. Okay, so that I appreciate that. Hugh Grant is also in it as well. Okay, that's cool to know. Holland says, I remember seeing The Man from U.N.C.L.E, but I have no recollection of the movie, so I guess it wasn't that memorable. Okay, that is good to know. That's making me kind of think about whether or not maybe I should put those dollars toward another Arrow purchase, but that's what I'm at least considering. So yeah, so far we've gone through, I think, 4 titles so far, and I think we've got 1 or 2 more to go. So let's go ahead and go back and do another screen share again here, and let's get back into it. Let's do this. Boom. All right. So that is Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's going to be available in the U.S. via Grindhouse, in Canada via Unobstructed View. It's also going to be available in the U.K. as well. So this is a UK, US, and Canada title. So I kind of like the way this set looks with the disc box, the disc case. You have your 4K here, you have your poster, and this is your booklet. So I like the way the set looks. Now, this next title is the title that I am probably most excited about. In fact, this is the title that if I only get one title this month, it's probably going to be this one here. And it's called Redline 7000. I am very intrigued for this limited edition Blu-ray set, largely because this stars a young James Caan. So one of our all-time classic actors, recently passed. I think he passed last year or the year before. Just one of the all-time legendary actors. This is him in a film in the 1960s. So you get to see a young James Caan in one of his early roles. This is Redline 7000. I'm intrigued by this whole cast and just seeing some of the pictures and just getting a sense of the premise of this film. I'm definitely intrigued by this title. This is a title that's going to be available in the US and Canada. In Canada via Unobstructed View, in the US via Grindhouse, and then US and Canada via this Arrow video link here. So let's go ahead and click on the Arrow video link here. And let's take a look at this title. Redline 7000 limited edition Blu-ray. Now, this is a Blu-ray set, not 4K, but you know what? I mean, Blu-ray is perfectly fine. I mean, I would love to get things on 4K, but I'm not one of those that's overly obsessed with that. If 4K is available, I'm going to go for the 4K. But if it's a Blu-ray set, Blu-ray is a perfectly fine format for me. So we have here, this is what the set looks like. Looks very, very intriguing with the box and the disc case here. This is the booklet. This looks like the poster here. I like that. I like this art. And this is your reversible. So this is the original movie poster here, which is cool. This is what's on the outside. So this will be what I will put on my reversible on my case. So this is coming out July 30th. So July 30th is a pretty big date for Arrow this year. $28 is the pre-order price, MSRP of $39.99. So that's good to know. So it says, meet the speed breed, Hollywood legend Howard Hawks. That's another reason why I'm really excited about this. This is a Howard Hawks film. The Big Sleep, Rio Bravo floors the accelerator in Redline 7000, a late career treat that gave James Caan, the Godfather rollerball, his first starring role and would later be an influence on Quentin Tarantino. Overnight fame, overnight fortune, and any night girls, the men of Banjo Baker's racing team press them all to the limit in this story of three ambitious young drivers trying to make their names in the thrilling world of stock car racing. It's a dangerous life for the drivers and the women who love them. In the red zone beyond 7,000 RPM, the engine might blow, but it's the only way to win. All right, shot by Milton R. Krasner, All About Eve. The more I'm learning about this film, the more data points. Quentin Tarantino was inspired by this. Oh, this is James Caan's first starring role. This is Howard Hawks directing this. Everything I'm hearing is pulling me into this title. This is the title I am most intrigued about for this month. Shot by Milton Krasner, who did All About Eve, with the screenplay by George Kurgo, Spin Out, and a supporting cast that includes Charlene Holt, El Dorado, Mariana Hill, High Plains Drifter, and a pre-Star Trek George Takei. A pre-Star Trek Sulu. Give me this title now, folks. Redline 7000 features pulse-pounding scenes of real-life racing and crashes that will take your breath away. Actually, interestingly enough, in the research for this live stream, I just read here that one little known fact about Redline 7000 is that it's known for its troubled production, including the tragic death of a stunt driver during filming, which profoundly affected the cast and crew and led to changes in how the racing scenes were shot and choreographed. So that is an interesting, fact about this particular film. So apparently this film, is giving you a lot of realism in what it's portraying. And, it's got a lot of really big names behind it. James Caan's first starring role. This is a Howard Hawks film. Let's go. Now, this is high definition Blu-ray presentation, original lossless mono audio commentary. Get a new interview with the assistant director Bruce Kessler. Okay. Gas, Gear, Girls, Guys, and Death, a new visual essay. So a new interview with the assistant director. We get a new visual essay on the film by Howard Berger. We get another new visual essay on the Hawksian woman in Redline 7000 by film scholar Kat Ellinger. Image gallery of posters, lobby cards and stills, reversible sleeve, double-sided poster, and the illustrated collector's booklet. Again, this is coming out July the 30th, and it's going to be an MSRP of $39.99 and a $28 pre-order. So that means that during a 50% off sale, this would be about $19.99. So, but this is a title that I'm definitely planning to get in the month of July. I'm hopeful that I know that sometimes Barnes and Noble does an Arrow sale concurrent with a portion of at least the time that the Criterion sale is going on. I'm not sure if that will happen in July this year, but I would love for this to be 50% off. In any event, I'm definitely planning to pick this up in July. This is a title that is definitely speaking to me. Now, one of the things that I really got pulled in with this title was just looking at the pictures and just seeing, how this movie was shot and just seeing these characters. It just really pulls me in. It's 1965, James Caan, Laura Devon, Howard Hawks. But just check out the photos of this film. Of course, I use this for my intro of this live stream. But yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by this title. It's definitely speaking to me. I'm interested in these characters and their motivations, the relationship of these drivers with the women that are in their lives, and just seeing the realism that is put on screen in this dangerous racing environment that they're living in. So we shall see. We shall see if this lives up to the hype that I'm getting myself excited about, or whether it will be a crashing disappointment. But either way, I will let you know, and we will see. But yeah, so that is, folks, this is the July releases from Arrow Video. You have Man from U.N.C.L.E. In the UK, the US, and Canada, 4K Ultra HD, 4K limited edition set from Arrow Video, one of those nice box sets. So that's really cool. There's also, I guess, apparently maybe a standalone version, not the full set, that is available in the US, Canada, and the UK. So I'll have to look into that, but that appears to be an option. You have this Nico Mastorakis set, very intriguing, one that I'm going to consider picking up, but we shall see. Redline 7000 is the one I'm definitely most excited about, available in the US and in Canada in July. Loop Track and the Starfighter, Last Starfighter, are both titles that are going to be available in the UK. Last Starfighter on 4K and Blu-ray. And I apologize, this Man from U.N.C.L.E. must be the Blu-ray edition. So you have 4K and Blu-ray options for the Last Starfighter in the UK coming out, as well as a Blu-ray limited edition of Loop Track coming out in the UK. So that is exciting, super duper double looper stuff. So let me see what else you all are saying here. Let's see. Genesis says, yeah, not familiar with The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Never seen a Guy Ritchie film either, but I may give it a shot. Yeah, it's worth giving it a shot. And we have the man here, Mega Mike. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you and Amazing Anna are doing well out there in California. But I'm doing well and hope you're having a great afternoon. Good Friday. What's your favorite Guy Ritchie film, James? It's interesting. I have not seen a lot of Guy Ritchie's films, so this might be because I have not seen Snatch. I don't think I have seen any of Guy Ritchie's films. So this might be an introduction to me for his filmography. Would Snatch be like your recommendation of a place to start with Guy Ritchie? Let me know in the comments section. See, Arrow is being so far disappointed this year. Okay. Yeah. I can definitely understand that sentiment. I myself have not picked up a ton from Arrow so far this year, but I think overall their output has been pretty good. I just haven't been in a rush to pick up some of the titles that I am interested in, but I do plan to pick up more in an upcoming sale. Adrian says hello to Mike. Start with Lock, Stock, and Snatch 100%. Okay. Thank you, Holland. Thank you. I appreciate that recommendation there. But so start with Lock, Stock, and Snatch. But yeah, so what is your excitement level for these titles that have been announced for the month of July? Let me know that in the comment section below. Let me know what titles you are most interested in picking up, and let me know what titles from Arrow Video you have picked up and enjoyed so far this year, and what your overall take is on Arrow's output so far. Has it been double thumbs up? Has it been kind of okay? Or are you disappointed? Let me know that in the comments section. Now it says here, Jerison Guy Ritchie made Swept Away, starring his wife Madonna. You can watch it in the Criterion channel right now. Swept Away. Okay. We'll have to check that out. Mega Mike says Snatch is a popular one, but towards the bottom of my personal list. I love his King Arthur Legend of the Sword. Okay, King Arthur. Let me write that down. King Arthur Legend of the Sword. A Mega Mike recommendation there. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, so again, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section what you think about Arrow's planned output for July, as well as the year-to-date output from Arrow Video. What titles have you enjoyed the most so far this year? I think for me, for Arrow, the title that I have enjoyed so far the most is a title that came out last year that I picked up this year, and that's The Desperate Hours, starring Humphrey Bogart. That is an awesome release from Arrow Video. It's one of those limited edition Blu-ray releases, and it's an absolutely fantastic film, and it looks amazing on that Blu-ray, that black and white film. Let's see. I hope Arrow comes out with the program, the football James Caan film from the 1990s, overlooked classic about college football. Okay, awesome. That sounds great. All right, y'all. Hope you all have a great rest of your Friday. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a great Friday evening, and hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead in whatever it is you get into. Coming up on this channel, I have a taste of Pedro Almodovar films coming up as we wrap up the month of April. And I'll also give a sneak peek into what is coming on this channel, 20th and 21st movies in the month of May. So those two pieces of content are planned to come out toward, I guess, over the next couple of days as we get ready to wrap up the month of April. But I hope you have a great weekend coming up. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Of course, Jerison says, see you later, James. See you later, Jerison. See you later, everybody. Hope you all have a great weekend, and we'll be talking to you soon. Peace.